Hi, friends. I'm a little bit early, but it'll be just me today. Um, and so ignore the disaster behind me of all my painting stuff and everything. But I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm going to pull up YouTube here so that I can share our live. Let's see. Go to my YouTube. Oh, yes. View my channel. I can't see you guys, so hopefully here we go. Now you can hear me. Oh boy. Yep, there we go. All right. I'm gonna share this out. Um, yeah, so how is everybody doing? I don't think anybody's here yet, and that's okay. I started early so that I can try to kind of get everything going. Um, Yep, I'm gonna post. Where are you? Okay, why? There we go. Computer's moving really slow. All right. I'll share it to pages. All right. Hopefully, I like that. Right. All right. Hey. Hey, Terry. I love that you said that. I wish I could capture that. That's so sadly, Trish was really tired from work and our fun weekend, so she's not able to make it today with just with her health. So you got just me, unfortunately. But yeah, how is everybody? I hope well. How are you doing, Terry? Um, Make sure when you get on that you like and subscribe and share and all of that fun jazz. I'm going to share it to our group here. Sorry, looking around all the cameras can be hard sometimes. But but yeah, what are you working on this week? What has everybody got going? Um, yes, Terry, I agree. I want to hibernate too. Yes. That would be nice. Good book, hibernate, lay by the fire, that kind of thing. So for Can you hear me now? Am I on? Can you hear me? I don't know. Let me see. It's showing up here, so I'm guessing that you can hear me out there. All right. All the joys of when you do this alone. Hi, Terry. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. Terry can hear me. That's all that matters. All righty. So, Terry, you'll have to share those ornaments. I cannot wait to see. I'm glad you can hear me. You can see in the background, that was my recent project. Let's see if I can reach it. Ah, I painted on one of those craft pumpkins. So yeah, so like a folk artsy tree with some jack-o'-lanterns on the bottom. That was my recent project. And I also made these for somebody. Can you guess who that is? See if I did okay. Can you guess who that is? And I made them a necklace too. Not as clear to see the necklace, but yes, it is a Yeti. Yay! I did it. So yes, I made that for another maker. And we did a little trade. So she gave me some really adorable dog bandanas, and I am sending her, she doesn't know yet, that stuff. And then I also painted her a little mini Halloween picture, like my pumpkin. So I gotta get those mailed out. But yeah, anybody celebrating Halloween or what's going on, or I am going to switch my cameras here. There we go. Aw, thanks, Terry. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I had moved my mic closer because it was having issues. So let's see. There we go. Turn maybe a little that way. All right. So you need a loom, whether it's the wisdom warrior or the original loom, just the not the big guy, just the regular size loom. You are hiding inside with the lights off. No one trick or treats here anyway. How maybe some pizza and some Halloween. Oh, fun! Yeah, our neighborhood they trick or treat, but the dog goes ballistic, so I'm not quite sure what we'll do, but we'll go with the flow. So I thought. So you'll need some either wildfire, dragon thread, whatever, some cutters, and I would get yourself some tile beads or tila beads, 2-hole beads. So here's some pretty blue ones. Here's a mix. I think I'm going to use this mix. I really love tila beads. I really do. This one's got like an AB finish on it. These are really cool with the Picasso seafoam. I don't know if you can see that, but so pretty. They are. And then I have some really, really fun ones. I love the ones where they paint on them. I think I got these from Jules. So yeah, so grab your Tilas. I'm glad that let's see. I was really struck by these today. Let's see what will go with our Picasso here. That might be too busy. Or do I want to do these? And these polka dots, yeah, I have a problem. Isn't it? Oh my goodness, yes. Ooh, here we could just do a plain, fun silver one. That might work. I have a problem. I know I have more than this. This is just the ones that I found. Trying to scramble. Oh, these have the real pretty like etching on the edge. Can you see that? If I could only have 3 like bead styles, super duo, tila, and seed. Don't make me choose a size seed. Those, yeah, I have tons of super duos, tila, and seed beads. Yep, those are probably my favorites too. I think I like this strand. Oh my goodness. That's my problem. I just love them all. So trying to figure out what might work together. Huh? Too much difference, right? Too much the same. I'm trying to go for a good contrast is what I'm looking for. So yeah, so you want at least 2 kinds of tilas. That's what will work well with this project. See, or I could just use these because they have 2 different sizes, and we're gonna make earrings. I might just use these because they have such cool two-sidedness. You know, not only 2 holes, but 2 sides that you could use. Oh my goodness, I think we'll do that. I think. I know I have more somewhere. There are no lack of beads, tilas in this house. You'll need some form of a slide. Okay. Or if you don't have slides, you can always use ribbon clasps. Those work well. So all kinds of stuff. Hi, friends. Hope everybody's able to join us today. Sadly, Trish was unable to. Hopefully she can join us next time. Oh my God. There we go. I made some bracelets with some of my students today. So that was fun. I had lunch with some of my students at the school I work at, and we made bracelets together. So that was a lot of fun. But we have these too. Oh my goodness. I'll go down a rabbit hole if I keep looking. All right. So I'm going to use gray. I also have to be careful. We adopted a small purse this weekend. Oh my goodness. What did you get, Terry? Love to hear. All right. So you want to get your loom set up. So grab your beading thread, whichever one you chose. Okay. And tie it in a knot, either on the back or on the end on your knob, depending on what kind of loom you have. Okay. And then, so I'll show you. We're going to lay it out. So kind of like this. Just a simple earring, but we can make it all at once on here. So you'll need 3 rows of 2 different color tilas. Okay. And you'll do that twice. They think they know all the beading secrets. Brother kittens, 3 to 4 months. Just young enough to still be very cute and make really bad decisions. Yes. Look at this one. It got like a layer of darker blue in there. That's interesting. I'm going to put that to the side. Let's see. And you can mix match them, or you can match them like I am. Whatever works for you. Hopefully I can find my jewel needles real quick. Nice. Looks like I have one that's already got gray on it. Let's see if I can untangle my mess. There we go. There we go. We'll start with that. I also added some small cork circles for needle parking zones on each end. What a great idea. I'm struggling with tying off on that, so I added small eye hooks to the left and right of the knob. Oh, Terry, you must send a picture and show us all what that looks like. That sounds really cool. So as you can see, we'll need, remember these are 2-holed, but so we'll need 4 rows across. Whoops, as I knock them all out of whack. Remember, 1 more row than what you have for beading. All right, to get them right. Okay, so need to make 4. Yeah, I find I wrap around twice, and usually for these beads, you need to skip at least, yeah, it looks like I skipped 3 or skip 2. So you go instead of just 1. That looks like it should be okay. Might be thicker. Maybe you should do 1 more. Ah, I dropped that bead. I will have to find that later. All right. So skip at least 3 holes, if not 4. So measure with your Tila beads, trying to figure out what works. And I find that if I wrap around twice on my loom on this particular one, where the original holds the tension for you, this one's harder at holding the tension. I found if I wrap around twice, there goes my thread on the floor. It helps. And I said, helps hold the tension. So yeah, I said 4. So I'll wrap around a little bit more and then can hold. But I like the idea what you were saying, Terry. I'm gonna cut back here. All right, now I gotta just tie it off. Keep holding that tension. I like to go under all of them. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. There we go. I like to kind of, so I'm holding it where it is at the knob to try and hold the tension. But I like to go under as many of the threads as I can to tie it off. But everybody has their preference. So I'm pushing it through so hopefully it'll come out. There we go. On the other side. So I gave myself a little bit more to play with. Silly me, not giving myself enough. My wire jumps the ridges, yeah. It doesn't, but I found by doing 2 wraps around, I don't know why, but that seems to hold it better. All right, now that I got that, I'm gonna just tie it to this other one. And that'll hold it tighter. Yeah, I love the wooden looms, but stringing the warp is probably the hardest part, I think, of the wooden looms, because with the blue loom, it can hold your tension better. So not too bad. All right, grabbing my thread here. Okay, so then grab your jewel loom needle, and you want to make enough space between the 2 that you can cut them off and glue everything together. So just something to think about. So you're making 2 earrings, but you need long enough of the strings on both sides to tie them off, and in the middle too to tie them off. So just things to think about when you're picking where you're going to place on the loom. These are probably some of my favorite earrings. All right. Grab. Now, jewel loom needle is longer, so it makes it easier to kind of just, before you put the beads on, make sure you check both sides of the hole. So we're going to start by going under. So lay your bead the way you want it to go up. So make sure My beads are all over the place. So you're going to put 3 beads on, but check both holes as you're putting them on and put them in the same bead. So I put them both in the top bead of this, not in the bottom. And then, so I'm alternating the colors. So blue, brown, blue. Nope, didn't give enough space, but that's okay. It'll spread out. So yeah, you might want to go 4 spaces. So you can have them slide down, or you can, there's different ways of doing that. And then you're going to make sure you're on top of the thread now. Go back all the way through all of them on top. And I might be able to move this closer so it's not as blurry. Hopefully that's better. Now the bottom holes are kind of just hanging out there. So you want to push them down a little because you're going to go under the wire to start. We already checked the holes, so especially in Tila's, you need to do that because once you've done one hole, it makes it a whole heck of a harder to get them off and do a second row. And then push them all up so that you make sure you can see going over top of the thread. Otherwise, your bead will fall down. And there you go. There's our first row. Okay. Next, we're going to pick up the opposite. Remember, poke into both holes. We're going to pick up a blue side. Now a brownish side. And these, where were these beads from? They're from Bead Landing. These are check glass bead landing beads. So that would be Michael's. I don't know if they still have them. I think I got these a while ago. So just lay them right underneath the other ones. And my needle came unthreaded. That's stinky. It's always nice when your needle is already threaded. All right. Those are not the right scissors for wildfire. This is already kind of flat, but usually you want to flatten your end to help pull it through. It's separating on me. Here's my wire cutters. Okay, I need to sharpen my wire cutters. Okay. You know, the normal live issues. And then you want to flatten the end. And then try to thread the needle. I think this is actually a tulip needle, not a jewel loom, because I see blue paint on it. Probably means it's a tulip needle. Aha. Oh, I got all pulled apart, but that's okay. I'm not doing a super wide project, so it's okay. It's not as wide as others. All right, here we go. Back to the project. Now push them all above your warps and go through. Hopefully Terry's still with us. Who else is here? I'd love to hear from you guys. What are you making now? We're going to go through all the bottoms of the Tila. And push that up and go through all the tops. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. See, there's lots of light reflecting on it. Hopefully not too much. Oh, no worries, Terry. Terry, what would be a better time that work wouldn't beckon you? Is there a different time that we could go live that wouldn't interfere with work, or you at home at work? No worries. No worries. Okay, good. Where you don't go in line but work segments. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that question. That is a good question. What do you mean by that, Terry? Can you elaborate more? Remember, check both ends, both holes, and go on the top hole. Do remote support for a company that manufactures board and card games. Oh, that's really cool. How fun is that? We love board games. So this one needs to be a brown. So you can listen anytime. Well, that's good to know, Terry. I'm glad you. A grouping of green here, there, and way at the other end, doing those group ends and then going. Yes, I have done that. Yes. It was more organic. So it was like each time I switched, I also used fiber in it. So each time you switch, I either leave the thread off depending on the length, or cut it and start a new line somewhere. Worked in the shop for 8 years. It took a minute to get a break. No worries. Yes. So we could definitely do something like that, where it's not just one straight line. Yes, definitely could do that. So so this part of the earring is done. So I'm just going to tie this off, and I'm going to get new thread. This one's like splitting really bad. That's not good. So so tie this one off. And get some new gray thread. Perhaps a fiber project, maybe a small ornament or something in the end. Oh, I had to pull this together today. It wasn't planned for me to teach. So yes, we can certainly do an ornament. Oh, I like that idea with fiber. And I will start thinking on that and come up with something. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right, so got a new needle. Aha. Got another new needle. Here we go. Here's the jewel loom needle. See how much longer that is? I thought the other ones felt short, but they were all in the same container. So I made an assumption. See, there's the jewel loom, and there's another needle. And I don't know why that didn't flatten out very well. I love it, Terry. Yes, we should definitely do a filler project. I will think on that. I'm not sure what it'll look like. Maybe Trish will be back next week. Let's hope. She has a long couple days coming up, so she needed to make sure she was ready for work. So I'm going to put my other earring down further. Now move a little here so you can see what I'm doing. And once again, just knotting it off. So see how I left? I'm leaving a bunch of space. I probably don't have to leave that much, but we're gonna go and tie all the warps down when we're done. And use that to put our slider on, use the knots from tying it down. So I did, on this one, I did a brown, checking both holes, la la la. These are thicker too than some other Tila beads that I've worked with. They got a different feel to them, but they're really cool. I wish they have like this design on them that's really subtle, but really pretty. I wish you guys I could show it better. I don't know if I can see how it reflects. I don't know if I can get, let me see if I can get it to focus on my, come on, there we go. I don't know if you can see, just like a simple flower shape or something. Not sure what you call that. But yep, I like to, I don't know why I do this, but I put them in there already and then pull the thread through. I don't know. I like the way it feels, I think, thread coming through. And then make sure you're on top of all the threads so you don't lose any beads. But you go back through that first hole. And Terry says, almost like a tortoiseshell. Yeah, on the reverse side. Very true. Oh, that just flipped. Okay. Woo! All right, push them all down. Go through the second hole in all three. Underneath. Get your extra string out of the way. Pull. Push up. Go through the bottoms. Pull. You certainly could make like a matching pendant or something. I don't think there's enough for a bracelet, but you could definitely make a matching pendant to go with this, or a bracelet like, but just with like this in the middle or something. I wouldn't be able to make it the whole bracelet, but this would be pretty as a bracelet too. Those of you who have the wooden jewel loom, have you painted or decorated yours? I haven't. I haven't did the dive yet to paint mine. She's so pretty. I just hate to make mistakes. So go in the bottom holes underneath first, push the beads up a little above, and then go over top. And then one more row, and we'll cut it off the loom. So now we need to do a brown. And I certainly, if I had had time, I would have checked my beads beforehand, but I kind of got home, ran around, did a couple things, and here we are. So if you finish it with toggles, you could, in theory, create a necklace back that also uses toggles and hook this onto the toggles to wear as a necklace. Yes, definitely, Terry. Good thinking through that. I really, yeah, definitely could. And there you have it, friends. Now I'm going to knot this guy off. You could go back through if you really want. Got that stuck. Huh. Now, how did I do that? Did I do that? Anybody know who that is? There we go. All right. Terry, you'll have to post a picture of your new little kittens in the group. I would love to see them. I'm sure they're adorable. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't do well there. Was that not? Let's see if I can get it to. Nope. Well, I will. I'll figure it out. The joy. I've got the joy in my heart. Kate Richburg, who knows all the hot tips. Thank you. Ah, but I'm saving it for. Okay. Awesome. 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 Some sauce. It's just easier to cut it off. Maybe one end. No, I knotted this end, so we're just gonna cut off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Sometimes I try to save it. Other times I just get my loom out of the way here. And then this is my extra. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that. There we go. And then take your two and kind of cut them in the middle of each other. So there we go. Cut off all your extra stuff. Don't need. That's from my needle. Whoops. Sorry, guys. I bumped that. It would make a, but they're really, these particular ones are really thick. So I don't know if they would. Terry said they could make an adorable ring, which the colors definitely. They're kind of thick. I don't know. I'd have to try it. So now, here comes the fun part. We're going to just tie everything off. Not too tight that you make your earrings buckle. And carry this thread over to this guy. And I'm just doing a regular old square knot because we're gonna, and then carry one of these threads over and tie off the last one too. Everything you saw today you can find on Jewel Loom. You can use my affiliate link. She sells the Tila beads, the looms, the thread, all the stuff. All the stuff. Today was a good day. Over the weekend, 3 of my kids out of the 4 were sick, and now just only one is still sick. So sadly, the one is still sick, but the other 3 seem to be doing much better. So that's good. So we're moving forward. Some kind of bug. Well, my one son, poor thing, with his hearing aids, he had a double ear infection. So that was really stinky, but he's doing better now. He's on meds. He's not little anymore. He's my middle schooler. My one daughter will be 18 the week of the election, but she just misses voting. which is a bummer by a couple days, but that's okay. So I'm just taking the warp threads and double knotting them together. Yeah, Monday was really long. 3 3 all 4 of my kids were home, but my oldest just works, and, so the 3 sickos were home, so I didn't get much done. Yeah, we're getting there, Terry, thank you. Alright, so now I'm gonna do one take both sides, the 2 and 2, and just do another knot. More so not because I need the protection, but, this is just to build up a little bit of the thread to do the slide clasp with. So, because Wildfire's so thin, just need to bulk it up a little. And I could have done the selvage stuff on the end, but I chose not to do that, and that's fine. This is just another way you can do that. Thank you, Terry. I really appreciate that. She says she hopes everyone continues to feel better. Me too. It is no fun when you're sick. But and then same on this side, 2 and 2. So hopefully this will reach. That's a little shorter, but and then we'll knot up the other. Well, I'll finish this one and then if you need me to do the other one, I can. Because we're already at 41 minutes and I need to take my daughter somewhere at 5, so I'll have to run off. So I'll get one done and then finish the other one and post a picture for you guys. So some reason that one is not cooperating, but that's okay. All right, so you want to knot them all like that, and then you take your glue. Sorry, turned my head away. Are any of your kids doing anything for Halloween? I don't know. My kids, some of my kids my 2 high schoolers will probably dress up for school. My youngest doesn't have school. We have parent teacher at middle school. So he'll probably go out with my husband or with his friend or something. So part of his costume was supposed to come today, but so that's, I believe, what we have planned so far. So make sure you warm up, don't squeeze, but warm up your glue. And I'm just kind of putting it all along the thread here. That's another way you can build selvage is leaving it on the loom and filling it all in with glue, which takes an awful long time. I'm just going to do the one side and then we'll go and do the other. So I put glue there. I put the lid on so my glue's not just dripping everywhere. All right. And trim up some of these extra long pieces. You don't need the extra long. And the glue just kind of helps hold everything together. And that looks like the right length. You know what? I think I want to do silver. I think this is more of a silver kind of, or I'm a silver kind of girl. I think we are fine. You can share the finished picture. Knotting takes forever. I'm trying to do more thread buying, but 9x9 isn't much space for that. 3x3, yes. It isn't. It isn't. It is difficult. You're right, Terry. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. So if you've ever not used one of these, they have like a slit in them right here. Often you make it with seed beads. So that's another thing you could do with these is you could put a row of seed beads on the top and then slide it on is another option. And I didn't give myself enough. bugaboo enough to grab onto. So, yeah, so you slide that on. There's other ways you can do this. You can, what I've done in the past is glue a piece of felt here. And I'm seeing if my felt is readily available. Ah, excuse me, one moment. Yeah, there's just not enough there, sadly. So, yes, you can cut off a little bit of felt here and use that kind of, or a little piece of ribbon. And then um, this is the way you would do it if you're doing a ribbon clamp. Okay. Um, but this guy, except for that one end, seems to be holding on. Okay. I wanted to try and get this knot up inside. Let me see if I can. That'll hold it better. That's a big part of doing it this way, is making sure that the knots go in, because that's kind of what holds it when you do it this method. And then the little bit of glue you add in there. But you can certainly do the ribbon method. So I just slide it along those knots and stuff there. So that's the big part of that. I want to get this end knot here. Come on. So I slid it all along, and the knots are down. I do. I love the slides too. Are down inside of there. Okay. Um, and then what you can do is squeeze that little opening around the thread so it doesn't go. See if I can get this knot in there. Um, Squeeze it so it doesn't slide off, and then take this and push it down so then it won't slide back out. And then we're going to do the same on the bottom. Warming up your glue. I'm a silver nut too. Yeah, copper's nice. Yeah, gold can be too much unless it's the right thing. Like there are the right things. Oh yeah, the ends with I'm sorry, I was reading Terry's message to myself. Yes, I like those that have the where you can knot it off on the end. Yes. Those are a good one too. Those work really well too. Yeah, you should have seen me trying like crazy to find these slides. I love them so much. I ended up buying a whole bunch from a bead shop in the Philadelphia area when we were visiting family there. Um, so I'm just trying to get all the pieces up on top, all the knots there, and rubbing the glue against them. And finding that little teeny tiny hole. Come on. close that up. And then, so look for that channel. I'm sorry that keeps going blurry when I try to show you guys stuff. There we go. See that channel? And you can find that first knot, get that first knot to go in there. There we go. And slide it right along. And then bend this down. Squeeze this. And squeeze this. And then trim those little pieces sticking out. And then you add findings. So you need some jump rings, maybe. Some jump ring. Might not need jump rings. Let me see. Yeah, no, I can just clip that on. And then you add your findings. Whatever kind of ear wires you prefer. Whichever ones you guys like. How's everybody doing? Any questions about how to finish this off? I do have some lines to trim, but we should be good. Just hook that on. And there you have it. We'll have a second earring done here soon. And there you have it, friends. Little Tila bead earring. Like a little quilt earring, I guess you could call it. And you can add a dingle dangle down here on the bottom as an option. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully Trisha can come back and join us again next week. Yeah, so I'm Amber, and I'm going to flip my camera around. Oh, yes, you need to add fringe to the bottom. That's a bummer that you don't wear earrings. Oh my goodness, I can't leave home without them. I love earrings. But yes, the world needs more dingle dangles. Everybody will be happier for it, right? Thank you, Terry. You have a good rest of your week. Happy Halloween, everybody. Or if you don't celebrate, happy holy day, whatever. I don't remember. Happy I forget what it's called. Resurrection? No. I don't know. Anyways, have a great rest of your week. I'm Amber, and we will see you all next week. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Yeah,